first today's experiment is verification of Kirchhoff's laws and Theligen's theorem. So welcome to circuits lab. So first of all we need to connect this circuit. This is the circuit. So here 15 volts supply is there, and this is 1 kilo ohms, this is 1 kilo ohm resistance, this is 500 ohm resistance, and this is 220 ohm resistance. So we need to connect this circuit and we have to calculate the currents I1, I2, I3 and V1, V2, V3 and V4. We have to find all the currents and voltages in this circuit, and we have to verify Kirchhoff's laws. So Kirchhoff's law means you have to at this node you have to verify the currents. That means current coming into this node is equal to currents flowing out of this node. So that is Kirchhoff's current law. And Kirchhoff's voltage law is, so the algebraic sum of voltages in a loop is 0. So that is the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So you have to verify these two laws in theoretical and practical also. So before coming to this video you have to do the theoretical calculations. Okay, then only you have to listen the video, and here we will do the experiment and we will give you the practical values by doing the experiment, so you can note down these practical values, and finally you have to find out the error. So between theoretical and practical how much error is there, you have to find out the percentage error here. So before connecting this we will explain the kit once. Okay, so this is the kit we are doing experiment. So here this is a 15 volt supply, this is here V is there, so that means this is a voltage supply. These two knobs are used to set the voltage, and these are the 2 points. So we will connect these 2 points, okay, in the circuit. So by varying these two knobs we can vary the voltage, so we have to set 15 volts. Okay, and these are the resistance knobs. See here you can see this is P1 220 ohms, P2 1 kilo ohm, P3 1 kilo ohm, P4 10 kilo ohm, P5 10 kilo ohm, like that. So there are six resistances are given. So here if you see for P1 there are three knobs are here. So actually this is 220 ohms, that means this first knob and this third knob will give you 220 ohms. Okay, but in the middle one there is white knob is there. That means if you connect between white knob and any one of these two, okay, white knob is one and any one of these two, then you can vary the resistance by using this knob. Okay, by using this knob you can vary the resistance between these 2 points. Similarly you can vary the resistance if you want to connect less than 1 kilo ohm, you have to vary. Okay, so like that you have to set the resistances with these uh, knobs. Okay, and here there are meters. If you see here this is 20 volts voltmeter. That means by using this meter you can measure up to 20 volts, you cannot measure more than 20 volts. Okay, this is ammeter. You can measure up to 200 milliamperes. This is also voltmeter, you can measure up to 200 volts. This is 20 volts only, but here it is the range is more. Okay, 200 volts. Here it is 200 microamperes. This is very small amperes, so generally we use milliamperes in our circuits. So here both AC and DC are given. If you put the knob down then it will be AC, if you put the knob up it will be DC. So we are doing DC circuits, so the knob should be in the up. Okay, the knob should be up in our circuits. Okay, now let us connect the circuit. So this is the first, we will measure the voltage. We will measure the supply voltage. We need 15 volt supply. So these are the two knobs which will give 15 volt supply. So this is the 20 volts voltmeter. So I will connect, so the positive to the positive terminal and the negative of the supply to the negative terminal of the voltage, so that we will measure the first voltage how much it is giving. So let us switch on the kit. So here there is a button called power on, so and reset button also you have to press, then it will come. So it is showing 15 volts. So you can vary the voltage by using these knobs. See, you can vary the voltage, so we will fix it to the 15 volts. Up. Paida, okay. Okay, see 14.99 or 15. Okay, 0.1 milliamps is not a problem. Okay, 15 volts you have to set. Okay, so now let us switch off. Okay, remove this. Okay, let us switch off. So now we'll measure the resistances also. So for the resistance measurement we use this meter. Okay, this is one digital multimeter. So here ohm is there. Okay, you can see the ohm symbol. So you press this button. So you have to connect these two knobs. So here ohm symbol is there again. Okay, so you can change the range. Here 10 kilo ohm range is there. You can change the range 1 kilo ohm, 100 ohm. Okay, this is 1 kilo ohm, this is 10 kilo ohm. Okay, let us keep it in 10 kilo ohm range and we will measure the resistances. So we need first 1 kilo ohm resistance. Okay, so let us set 1 kilo ohm first. We are setting 1 kilo ohm here. Okay, so actually these two knobs should give 1 kilo ohm, but due to some parameters it will not give 1 kilometer exactly. So we will use these two variable points and we will set it. Okay, so if you observe here, this is 0.9933, that is nearly 1 kilo ohm, because we set it as 10 kilo ohm range. So 0.99 means into 10, so it will be 1 kilo ohm. Understand? So similarly, so we will fix another 1 kilo ohm here. Okay, so variable points I am taking and see the resistance 0.9904, so it is nearly 1 kilo ohm. Okay, so again 220 ohm also variable points. So see here 227 is there. Let us change a little bit so that it will be 220. Okay, it is 221. Okay, no problem. Okay, 220. Okay, so now another 500 ohms we need. So we will fix the 500 ohms in this spot. Okay, let us use the variable points. So it is 497. Okay, so let us change it little bit so that it will be 500. Okay, so 501. Okay, no problem. Okay, so we have to fix the resistances like that. So now let us connect. Okay, before connecting the circuit we need to incorporate ammeters. Ammeter should be incorporated in series with the resistances. So this is the circuit we are connecting now. Okay, by including the ammeters. So this is a 15 volts. The positive of the 15 volts is connected to the ammeter. So we use this ammeter. Okay, so this is one ammeter point, and the ammeter negative is connected to 1 kilo ohm. So this is 1 kilo ohm. This is the first terminal of the 1 kilo ohm. You can connect any point. So let us take, this is the first terminal and this is the second terminal. Okay, so next from 1 kilo ohm, from 1 kilo ohm, so again we will connect to this ammeter. Okay, so ammeter positive. So from this is also one ammeter. So this is also DC ammeter, it is written. So it is 200 milliamperes and this is 200 microamperes. So we will put it down. Okay, so this is the positive terminal of the ammeter, and from the negative terminal of the ammeter, okay, from the negative terminal of the ammeter we will connect another 1 kilo ohm. So this is 1 kilo ohm we have fixed. We will connect another one. From this 1 kilo ohm other end we need to connect 500 ohms. 500 ohms first end. This is 500 ohms first end, and from the 500 ohms other end we have to give 220 ohms another end, 220 ohms second end. From 220 ohms second end again see, from 220 volts second end we will go to the 15 amperes negative. That means same node. Okay, and from the 220 ohms first end we will go to the ammeter negative. So this is another ammeter, this is ammeter I2. Okay, so from this positive we will give, from this positive, this 1 kilo ohm second point. So this is 1 kilo ohm second point. Okay, so the circuit is completed, understand? So now let us switch on the supply, switch on the ammeters also. See, if you see here, so this is the first ammeter, will give you 12.6. So here you have to note down the table. So the first I1, this is I1, so I1 will give you 12.6, okay, milliamperes. Okay, so this is the circuit, this is I3. Okay, so that means this current, so this is I3, I3 has 1.6 milliamperes, sorry, this is I3. And I2, this is I2, that I2 is here, that is 11.1. So I2 11.1 milliamperes. Okay. Okay. So that means if you add these two, I2 and I3, you should get I1. That is a Kirchhoff's current law. So 11.1 plus 1.6, it is 12.7. So we are getting nearly equal. Okay. So that is the verification of Kirchhoff's law. And now Kirchhoff's current law. Now we have to measure the voltages. So let us measure the voltage across this 1 kilo ohm. So this is the voltmeter, I have already told you. So let us connect this voltmeter across the first 1 kilo ohm. So the positive terminal is connected to the first terminal, negative terminal is connected to the second terminal. So if you observe, it is 12.5, 12.53, 553, okay, volts. Yeah. So V1 12.53 volts. Okay. So V2 is across 220 ohms. Okay. So just remove these two terminals and connect across 220. So you will get 0.03. Yeah, sorry, some loose connection is there. So it is nearly 1.44. No. Press it. Yes, 2.43 is correct. So 2.43 across 220 volts. Okay. And across another 1 kilo ohm. So this is another 1 kilo ohm. Some loose connection is there. So it is 1.62. Okay, that is another across 1 kilo ohm. Now we will connect across 220 ohm. Sorry, 500 ohms. So that is nearly 0.82. So these are the voltages we got. So you can see here. So these are the voltages. So now you have to verify. Okay. So that means the current, you have to calculate KCL at this node, and you have to do the KVL for the two loops. There are two loops here, and you calculate the voltages across this loop so that it should come to 0. That will be verified Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay. So the next experiment is Theligen's theorem. So Theligen's theorem means the power in a circuit, the total algebraic powers in a circuit is 0. So that means you have to find all the powers across all the elements, and you have to sum all the powers, then you should get 0. So this is the source, it will deliver the power, and these are the resistances, these resistors absorb the power. Okay, so resistors absorb the power means you take it as positive, and the source deliver the power, so you take it as negative, so that the sum is total is 0. Okay, so from this experiment you have all voltages and all the currents across all the branches, so you calculate all the powers across all the branches, and sum all the powers, so that it will become 0, so that you have verified the Theligin's theorem. Okay, thank you.